probably the most urgent for the province of Saskatchewan, and in the case of seafood, the seafood counter tariff, Atlantic Canadians as well, is the Chinese counter to the federal government's decision to appease the previous president with respect to the tariff on Chinese EVs. We would ask the federal government and Minister Champagne to stand by his words, to represent all Canadian workers, to represent all Canadian communities, and to represent all Canadian industries that are creating wealth. But we would ask the Liberal government, in the interests of Canadians that live in the province of Saskatchewan, across Western Canada, and I would say across the nation, they need to engage with the Chinese government to show a signal that they are ready to negotiate and to find a path to a non-tariff environment, or the legacy of closed industries and shuttered industries will be theirs throughout the campaign.
Have you spoken to Mark Carney yet? And what is your reaction? Obviously, we'll have a new Prime Minister.
Yeah, we probably have three. There's probably three. Yeah. Three this year.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, sorry?
We likely have three this year.
Well, it's possible.
It is.
Sorry, my question was, have you spoken to Mr. Carney? What is your reaction? Obviously, you clashed, or you had differences with the previous Prime Minister Trudeau. What is your reaction to his election? Are you more hopeful for a better relationship between Saskatchewan, especially at this time with respect to trade?
First, I would say congratulations to Mr. Carney on winning the leadership race. I understand he's going to be installed as our Prime Minister tomorrow. And so congratulations on that as well. And I look forward to working with him for the period of time that he chooses until he calls an election. But he has some things that he needs to do, and he needs to hit the ground running, most certainly. I would say paramount and first of those things is to provide a plan on the 5 tariff topics that I have outlaid here today. 3 with the United States government. He needs to engage with the Chinese government immediately. Immediately. I noticed this morning already that his first planned international visit is to the European Union. Not good. Not good. We don't have a trade war with the European Union today. We are in the midst of a trade war with the United States of America and China, the 2 largest economies in the world and our two largest export markets and trading partners. To choose to go to the European Union is beyond what I could understand as being in any way impactful or representing Canadians. And so I would ask Mr. Carney to reconsider that, engage immediately with the Chinese government, continue and engage and lay his plan out with respect to how he is going to engage with the United States of America. And I would suggest that plan should not include anything in the way of export tariffs, because that is very much one of the threats that has been identified by Saskatchewan industry as being one of the 5 tariff-related threats that are going to end jobs for a period of time in this country, and ultimately are not in any way finding our way towards that North American energy and food security goal that Saskatchewan really plays a part in.
Can you elaborate on what you said yesterday? You said in the next, if the Chinese tariffs go through in a week, that it would decimate the canola industry in Saskatchewan. Can you elaborate on that statement?
Yeah, it'll close crushing plants. I can't be more clear. And the people that will be working in those plants will not have a job for a period of time. More impactful than that, and I would really hope that anyone that is running for the Liberal Party of Canada or any party in the next election listens to these next words. More impactful than a temporary loss of jobs in the canola crush industry is the markets that we are losing. The markets that we are losing are going to be they were incredibly hard to build in the first place, and they're going to be incredibly hard to regain. And so I don't know that those jobs will immediately come back. This is the reason that I ask Prime Minister-designate Carney to reach out, make his first engagement with the government of China to find a way through these very, very disastrous counter tariffs that have been implemented that are going to have an impact on Western Canadian families.
Do you feel other premiers are on board with you in terms of making China the first priority?
Well, I've laid out 5 priorities. 3 of those are from the United States of America. I've spent about half of my time or better this last month in the United States of America. If I felt I could be on the ground in China and make a difference, I certainly would do that. And those are some questions that we're asking folks that we're meeting with here today that represent employers across and job creators across Saskatchewan. But who can make a difference and who the expectation, I think, of Canadians to engage with the second largest economy in the world and an important export market for Canadians would be the leader of our federal government. And that is going to happen tomorrow with Mr. Carney when he becomes our Prime Minister. That should be his first phone call. He should be laying out on all 5 topics what his plan is moving forward, how you're going to negotiate and find a path with the United States of America. Japan did. Taiwan did. Mexico is very much hunting for a path to agreement with the President of the United States of America, and I would hope that our Prime Minister-elect is looking for a similar path. The goal here is not who wins or loses. The goal here is to have a free and fair trading environment with the largest economies in the world. That's the expectation of the federal government. I say that would be the expectation of Mr. Carney when he's installed as our Prime Minister tomorrow.